what is happening here? Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got my June favorites for you guys today. That's crazy, but we've got June favorites today. And what I like to do in these videos is I quickly mention overall Friday favorites, and then I've got other things to share with you. So this time I've got like a skincare sort of like tool favorite. I've got a body care favorite, a makeup thing that I haven't mentioned like in Friday favorites, I don't think. And of course we've got books to share and chat about. So that's what we've got today. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Leslie. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore reviews, empties, get ready with me. It's just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are chatting about June favorites. So let's get to it. Okay, overall Friday favorites. For eyes, I think I would say Lottie London, the Rose Golds palette. So pretty. They sent this to me. I will try to mark everything. I try to do that in the description box, mark what was sent to me as PR, so I will try to remember to do that, but just FYI, several of these things were sent to me, including this beautiful, neutral, kind of peachy palette. I mean, there's definitely other shades in here that aren't peachy, but those two right there are my favorite shades in this palette. The rest of it is, I would say, overall really pretty, neutral to warm tone sort of shades. They are beautiful. Love the formula on it. Very impressed with that. I've been loving just blush and just cheek favorites. So I've got some cheek favorites and it was very difficult to pick a favorite. Oh, and I forgot, also on the eyes. Been loving a bronzer on the eyes. So NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in Buttercup. I think the names of these are so cute. I love the packaging. They are adorable. I like the blushes too. They're just good. And I love a bronzer on the eyes. So love that. Also love the Lottie London coconut scented bronzer in Sun Catcher. This is so cute. It's a warm toned bronzer. I have this on my eyes right now. Something about a bronzer, I love it all the time. But just, it's good for like kind of lighter-ish. I say lighter because, you know, this is still, I'm still wearing a lot of makeup. But I could even tone it down from this too. Like it works for this sort of a look, but it also works for like a more minimal makeup look. So I love a bronzer on the eyes. Okay, for cheeks, I'm impressed with these. I'm impressed with the Maybelline Sunkissed blushes and bronzers. These are just great. 08 shades on this shade. When it first came in, what is happening here? When this first came in, and I looked at the swatch of it, I was like, I am not gonna like this. I think it's gonna be too light and bronzy, but I love this. It looks so pretty on the cheeks. Love this one, and I especially love it paired with this one. If I had to pick a shade, this is my favorite of the three that I have. This is 05 Blazing Blush. If you wanna see swatches on these, check the original Friday favorites where I mention them, because I swatch them, go into more detail. But I really like the formula on these. I think they look pretty on the skin. They have a really flattering formula and they are pigmented, but they're not so pigmented that you have to be super duper light-handed with them. At least the shades that I have, I feel like I have a little bit more playtime with them where I can build them up, but they're just that like right in between. Not so pigmented that you have to be really light-handed with them, but not pigmented enough where you have to add a bunch of layers and it moves the makeup underneath. It's just right in the middle. Very easy to work with formula. I love those. And then these IT Cosmetics Sun Blushes. Oh my goodness, these are so good. The formula is incredible on them. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? 10 Sunlit. These are a really nice cream blush formula that is pigmented but blendable, flattering and forgiving on the skin, just so nice and smooth looking and hydrating. They feel like a skincare item with just beautiful pigment to them. I am so impressed with them. They're so good. And then I would say for lips have kind of been, I don't know, sort of an afterthought. I really have been loving mostly cheek favorites, I would say. Like that kind of sun-kissed or just bright, flushy cheek. That's kind of been my main favorite. But shout out to the Benefit. This is the Plush Tint, I think these are called. And this is in Cream Puff. I have a little mini that I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag, I think it was in. This is really good. Like, I love the formula. It's that kind of moussey, fluffy sort of formula, so it's comfortable. And this is a really pretty kind of warmer shade, so I like that. And then I like the e.l.f. Sun Boss Gloss, like perfect for warmer months, being out in the sun more, because this has the broad spectrum SPF 25. And I like this shade. This is, what is this shade? It's like peach something. I'll list it down below for you. Peachy Queen, I think it is. And I like it. It's a thicker, kind of almost lip lacquer sort of formula, so know that about it. It's like a tackier, thicker kind of formula, but I like it. It's fun. Okay, some other favorites. This surprises me. This is the new Maybelline Lash Sensational Firework Mascara. First off, I absolutely love this packaging. This is so cute. I love the pink, and it's got like this texture to it that makes it like easy to hang on to, so I really like the packaging on it. I have this on right now on my upper lashes. I still have my CoverGirl Clump Crusher on my lower lashes because that's still my main favorite for my lower lashes. But, okay, when I first got this and tried it, I was not a fan of it at all. It's got a very bendy kind of applicator to it. And then this is what it looks like, because this is a very wet formula. And normally I like drier mascara formulas that I can really build them up a lot, because I feel like I can get that kind of fluttery but full volume lash look. Whereas a lot of times wet mascaras, I don't feel like I can build them well. You know what I mean? So what I did the first few times I used this is I just opened it up and kind of set it on my counter for a little bit, like while I was doing my eye look or whatever. It didn't sit there all that long, but just a little bit of time to kind of dry it out a little bit. And now I love it. Once it dried out, I love this mascara. I have it on right now. It is definitely that kind of less is more mascara, so I have to reel myself in a little bit because I love to wear a lot of layers of mascara. It's just habit. I don't know why. I just do it. So I have to kind of reel myself in with it, but this gives amazing length, I would say, number one, and it does build volume on itself. And it's just kind of like that less is more. Like, you just don't need a lot of layers, but I love that long lash look with it. It's that kind of intense lash look. It's really good. It wears very well. It does take a good makeup remover to get it off, but I don't mind that because so many mascaras smudge on me. The vast majority of them do. So when I find one that doesn't, I like that. And I don't, like, I can get it off with, you know, my either makeup remover oil or makeup removing balm. Like, they all get it off. I just kind of have to, you know, not scrub at it, but I just have to use my fingers lightly, and then it kind of breaks apart and comes off. I'm very impressed with it. Love the packaging, love the look of it. I would just say it had to dry out just a little bit, and then, yeah, I think it's great. I don't know what else to say about it. It's good. Okay, like a skincare tool, sort of a favorite. I got these off of Amazon in like a 4-pack. I have one of them in my bathroom right now because I'm using it. But these little scrubby, they say a 4-pack face scrubber, deep cleaning skincare. And I heard someone talk about these, and I don't remember who. I'm so sorry. But I really like these. I mean, they're very basic. They're like a silicone feeling sort of a little scrubber, and you can just, you know, hold it like this and then scrub. So what I do is I do my double cleansing. So I start with a cleansing balm or cleansing oil to get off my makeup. Then I get my cleanser on it, and I use this to scrub in my cleanser, and I bring it down my décolleté, onto my neck. I really like this because I have a skincare like cleansing tool, you know, that moves a little bit to cleanse. I do definitely like that, but it's kind of like an electric toothbrush. I guess I'm just a little bit too aggressive. I don't use an electric toothbrush because my dentist was like years ago when I tried it, he was like, what are you doing? Because like your gums are kind of moving down. I'm like, well, I got an electric toothbrush. And he said, I think that's a little too much for you because I guess I'm an aggressive teeth brusher. So I guess I'm an aggressive face washer because I think this works better for me. That was a tangent. I think this works better for me because I can control it a little bit more. I still like my other thing for maybe even more of a deep clean, but I have to reel myself in a little bit on that and just move slowly with it. Whereas this, I can kind of do the normal motion that I'm used to when I'm cleansing my face. So anyway, it has like this side. I don't really use this side with the, like, I don't know. well, I don't even know how to describe that. Like more of little bumps, whereas this is little, this part sticks up more and it has like more of a fine texture to it. I use this part of it. I do find when I'm scrubbing, it kind of spins like in my hand, but whatever. And I just like it. They were super inexpensive, and I think I get a good deep clean with it without it being over the top. They're good. A body care favorite. This is a giant lotion. And I forget to use lotion, so this is gonna last me a really long time. But I remember more in the summer because I'm wearing more dresses and shorts, and I need some hydration on my legs because they can get very dry looking. So I do remember to use lotion more in the summer, and this is the one that I've been using and loving lately. This is the Korres Body Butter Deep Hydration plus Crepe Smoothing. I got this off of, my mom got this for me. She's so sweet all the time. I think it was on HSN she got this because it's like the super size. So I don't know if the super size is still available, but I'll look for you. But I mean, they always have like different sets and things like that. But even in general, I like this body butter a lot, and I love this scent. This is in White Melon. I don't know if it describes, oh, it does. Let's see, it says, fruity and refreshing aroma of melon wrapped with sweet watermelon, white lotus, and a hint of pear juice. Creamy and rich body butter packed with shea butter, a proprietary blend of oils. Grecian almond oil plus the power of Elastismooth technology to improve skin's overall hydration and elasticity for younger, smoother looking body skin. I did not realize that. All the things about the kind of like helping with that. And it says 96.7 natural origin content. So anyway, love this scent. If you love the smell of melon and watermelon, ooh, this is good. And it's a different kind of smelling watermelon. It's a lot more subtle and less fakey watermelon. A lot more like you just cut either a honeydew melon or a cantaloupe or watermelon or all those and kind of set them out on the counter and you like get a little sniff of it. That's what this smells like. It smells so good. It is super hydrating. A little bit goes a long way with it, but it's just that like right body butter, like formula. Would that be the word? Formula? I don't even know. Texture to it that blends onto the skin really nicely, but it doesn't feel, it sinks into the skin still. It's just good. It sinks into the skin, doesn't sit on top, doesn't feel super oily, but still very nice and hydrating and emollient. It's just, they're really good. And this is, like I said, giant. So I'm going to have this for a long time. Okay, we have got some books to talk about. So I would say this month, I definitely had a lot of reads that I really enjoyed, but I wouldn't say that I had one that was like, knock it out of the park, all-time favorite read, but a lot of things that I did still really enjoy reading. So we'll just kind of go through some, some books that I enjoyed. So first off, I read the third one in, I don't remember what this series is called, but the third book is With These Last Breaths. So this is the one that's kind of the pirate storyline. So this one, I loved how things started to come together. There's basically 3 different romances in it, which I love. There's great adventure in here. And I'm trying to remember because I read this one a while back at this point. It was earlier in the month. And so this one, it did have some cussing in it. I would say the adventure is like it gets a little gruesome with some of the storyline as far as that goes. So just so you know, like I'd say the violence, there is a little bit of that in there. So just so you know, the first one I would say is definitely more on the YA side. The middle one, I'm trying to remember that too, was more YA, but then I would say new adult because there is one spicy scene in it. It's towards the end. It wasn't overly descriptive, but it wasn't closed door. So just know that about it. This one has more spice in it for sure. But something that the author did that I thought was really cool is she calls it the spice rack. And there's a listing of which chapters had the spicy scenes in it so that you could kind of be aware that you could skip them if you wanted to. So I like that about it. I mean, there are several, like there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scenes. But I mean, you can kind of see them coming. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that like there's a spicy scene coming. So you can skip it for sure. And I loved the rest of the romance in it. I would have loved it so much more if those weren't in there. That's just personal preference. But I did love the romance storylines. I like her writing style. I really liked the adventure in it. There's friendship in it too. There's character development. So I will definitely keep reading from her, especially if she like puts notes about where the scenes are. I just appreciate that because that, you know, that's kind of letting people know so they can make decisions for themselves, you know, if they want to read them or if they want to skip past them or whatever. Okay, and then also this is a series, so it's a trilogy and there's 2 out so far. This is called the Treachery Trilogy, and it's from Felicity Elaine. I found her on TikTok. She's a Christian author, and this is, the first book is called Decipice, and the second one is Exodus. So this is a Christian post-apocalyptic romance, and the thing about this author, at least these are the 2 books I've read from her. These books, she is not afraid of writing real characters. So this storyline is the main character, she's a Christian, she's at college, and basically the power goes out and they're sort of like stranded. So it is that post-apocalyptic kind of storyline. And she's a Christian and she's there with 2 guys that are significant in her life. And you kind of learn that as you read. And it's in first person. So you are hearing from her thoughts and what, you know, from her perspective, and then you're hearing from the 2 guys' perspectives. And they're real, and they have all different kinds of thoughts. She's not afraid to write real characters. So it's a little different as far as a Christian romance goes. I like her writing style. It was just very easy to read. It's not flowery. It's just very much like you're in the head of a college student and wrestling with different things and decisions and what they think. And it's really a different sort of book, and I liked them. I mean, I was very invested in what's going to happen with this storyline. I'm waiting for the 3rd one to come out because I want to know. So I read these 2. Like I said, they were just super easy reads and super quick reads. I read The Brothers Hawthorne. So it has been a long time since I've read the Inheritance Games trilogy. So I went and found a great video. I will try to remember to link it, like find her channel for you. She goes through every detail of that whole trilogy. Like I think she has a video with the first 2 and then she has another one with the 3rd one. I appreciate that so much because that storyline gets very complicated. Like how all the things come together and the mystery of it. So if you want to kind of like catch up, I would say check out her videos. But this one is a storyline of Jameson and then Grayson. And they're kind of both on 2 different adventures, mysteries, whatever. And I liked both of them. I wasn't blown away by this book, and I wasn't like, when I would put it down going, oh, I want to be back in that book. It wasn't that kind of a thing. But every time I picked it up, I was enjoying myself reading. I didn't feel like, oh, come on, let's finish this book. Because it is, I mean, it looks longer. I feel like it's maybe 400 and, how long is it? 400 and almost 70 pages. So, I mean, it's definitely longer, especially for like a mystery. But this is YA mystery. I really like her writing style. I like these characters, so I still definitely enjoyed this book. I would say these 2 were my favorites, so we'll get to that in a second. I read another Freida McFadden. She is so popcorn thriller. If you want to get out of a reading slump and you like thrillers, her thrillers are just, I mean, they just suck me in. I read them in like a day or 2 usually. So I read Ward D. So this is about a girl. She's a medical student and she's spending the night on a locked psychiatric ward. Now the thing with this book is, I mean, I don't know about accuracy or representation. I've heard that it's not so great, but it's a thriller. So I think you kind of have to take all of that with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? It's more just a thriller book. You know what I mean? And it definitely had me guessing what's going to happen. And there's so many chapters that end like, and that was the worst decision ever. And then everything changed. Oh no. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, well, I got to keep reading. Let's keep going. So it's just that. A popcorn thriller pulls you into the story. I wanted to know what happened. I enjoyed it. Okay, then I read House of Bane and Blood. So this is an indie fantasy romance book. And it's kind of during like, actually haven't seen this show, but let me know if you've seen it and you like it. I've heard it referred to like as Peaky Blinders kind of time period. And it's an arranged marriage. would you call it marriage of convenience? I think arranged marriage more so. And it's just good. I really enjoyed it. And I heard kind of back and forth, like one person said it was really spicy, but then most people were saying it was lower spice. I would definitely consider this lower spice. There was one scene well towards the end. I would say skip that personally. And as far as like cussing in it, I mean, it was in there, but compared to a lot of books, I found it to be less than a lot of books. So I really liked it. Like, I was pulled into the storyline. The romance and their connection was very sweet. I really liked the main guy character. I liked her too. Like, it was a great book, so I really enjoyed it. So it is a duology, so I'm excited to read the next one. And then I read Emily Henry Funny Story. I just love her books. Yes, there's cussing. Yes, there's spicy scenes. I think this one has one main one and then two kind of like lead up scenes, I would say. But she is great at writing heart connection, you know, funny banter, just sweet characters. Like, I love the main guy character in this. And if you love books where there's great friendship before the romance, I think she does that so well, and I love that. I love a friendship. I love a heart connection before they fall in love together, you know, with each other. It's just, she's great at that. So I really enjoyed this one. I would still say Book Lovers is still my favorite, but this one would maybe be second. Maybe this one, or maybe Beach Read. I don't know. I just really enjoy her books. Every time I enjoy her books, and this one's no different. Okay, so those are all my June favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you were loving, either books, makeup, skincare, hair care, fashion, home, randoms, whatever. I would love to hear your favorites. Let me know that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!